This is Ruins to Ruins, written by Roland Wauer, narrated by Dale Rich. Chapter 1. Ceiba, a bright green gumdrop. One moment we were in flight, staring out of the airplane at the rocky cliff face dangerously close to our right side. Then suddenly, the wheels touched down and we screeched to a halt. We had arrived on Ceiba. Never before, or since, have I experienced such a landing. The runway is located at the very edge of two cliffs to take advantage of the island's one and only flat space, Flat Point. The runway length is just 1,312 feet, and only specially built STOL, short takeoff and landing, de Havilland Otter aircraft are allowed to land. It is like landing on an aircraft carrier. One little mistake could end it all. It is amazing that Ceiba has an airport at all. It is not only a tiny island of only 5 square miles, less than a speck in the Caribbean Sea, but it also is extraordinary because it rises to a height of 2,845 feet, higher than many of the larger Lesser Antilles. The island sits atop cliffs that drop off into very deep waters. There are no beaches. Ceiba looks like a giant green pyramid rising out of the deep blue Caribbean Sea. Some of the locals call it the Green Gumdrop. My flight began on St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands, where I was living. I took a Windward airline flight to St. Martin and then a 20-minute flight to Ceiba. The purpose of my Ceiba visit was to attend a funeral of a friend that I had met on St. Croix. Martin had worked for the Virgin Islands government for most of his adult life, but had retired to Ceiba following his retirement. His wife was from Ceiba, where her mother still lived. Within a few months of moving to Ceiba, his wife and her mother had been killed in an automobile accident during a trip to New York City. Within another few months, at the age of 83, Martin had also passed on. The first thing after retrieving my bag was to taxi to Windward Side and Scout's Place, where I had reservations for my 3-night stay. Within a few minutes I had claimed a taxi. Or it may be more appropriate to say that Suzanne, the friendly taxi driver, had claimed me. I discovered that Suzanne was aware of Martin's funeral, and it also seemed that she knew everyone on the island. As we drove away from the airport, I was welcomed by a large "Welcome to Ceiba" sign, colorfully decorated with a triggerfish and a hibiscus blossom, an appropriate combination for this tiny island.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?